I know there is big sun.
Okay.
Can you see me?
I can see you. There's a lot of sun and shadow.
A lot?
Yeah, but you know, it's okay.
Okay. Here I am in Park City in Utah. Today is January 23rd, Sunday, 9 o'clock. Is it 9 o'clock in Utah right now?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
No,
same time.
10.
It's 10, okay. So I'm 1 hour late, so I need to speed up. And I'm going to the first talk with the Canadian Roméo Dallaire about the Rwanda genocide. And this is the beautiful car the company make me rent. Nice, and I'm staying in downtown Salt Lake City. In Park City, I'm going to a second talk about Meet the Commissioners, and it's been a great experience so far. Too many movie stars, and it's a good experience to new aspiring filmmakers to be here. Thanks.
Hi, welcome to Park City. What are you doing in town?
I'm an independent filmmaker. I'm trying to push myself. I've been making a movie for 10 years, and this is it. I'm coming to Park City and try to meet people, get contacts, and hopefully someone will see the movie and like it.
So what's the name of your movie?
From Africa to Hollywood. Yeah.
And what are you planning to do?
Basically, I'm planning to send it to festivals and maybe if I have a lot of chance to get the distributors.
Oh, good,
Yeah.
good. Well, I just wanted to, wish you good luck.
Okay, thank you.
And keep the faith.
Yeah.
And all that stuff, and to give my support so you can find a good distributor.
Thanks.
All right.
Yeah.
See you later. See you later.
Awesome. Great.
Sundance 2005.
Great.
Hi, my name's Amy. I'm from the Bay Area. And I'm here working in the Filmmaker Lodge and trying to, like everybody else, network with people that I might want to work with or help finance my film. Hanging out with Jean-Luc.
Who's Jean-Luc?
Oh, this great filmmaker from the Congo, now residing in Vancouver. I hate being
It's not easy. It's been really just
Yeah, I know Molly.
insane.
What this movie is about?
It's called The Real Dirt on Farmer John. It's about a farmer that's the odyssey of his whole life from the 1949 to present day. His whole life has been documented. So it's about like the triumphs and tribulations of a family farm. Like the farm went down, just totally got smashed during the 80s. He lost his way of life as a farmer. And then he went wandering, he went on a journey. And then early 1990s, he got the farm back. And now he's the largest community-supported agricultural farm in the country. It's an organic farm. But it's all about freedom of expression because he's been outcast a lot in his own community for being different. He's a very different person. Imagine growing up, being a crew cut boy, fitting in, and suddenly becoming like this. you know, where the community starts like turning against him, and he was outcast big time. They wanted him out of his own community that he grew up in. So.
Sound interesting.
Thank you. Are you in? The? Do you have a film in the festival?
No, no.
Where are you from?
Congo.
Congo. Excellent. Wow.
Yeah.
I want to go to Congo.
Why you want to go to Congo?
Well, because I make films about animals, so I want to go for to film gorillas and chimpanzees.
Okay.
With National Geographic.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and I was in Indonesia filming orangutans, and it was just so incredible. And I know there's a lot of things going on in Congo, but you do have gorillas.
Yeah, we still have them.
Yeah, we'll keep protecting them.
I hope
Protect
so.
your gorillas and your
they need
chimpanzees.
you to do a movie because they are dying.
Yes, it's so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, filmmaker.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Thank you. What is your name?
Jean-Luc.
Jean-Luc.
Jean-Luc Kienge.
Nice to meet you.
I'm only partying with them, so
Okay.
Wonderful.
Good luck.
No, I've got two coming out. No, these are dear friends. Okay. This is our first contact. You can take my seat. Well, call me if I can be helpful in any of your TAs. Well, just like, I have no interest in the sales business, so if you ever need any inside scoop, I'm happy to help.
Oh, the first one.
All right, Andy, be good, man. Take it to Charlotte.
that are dealing with politics, that are looking at the world we live in, that are looking at conflict and war and the devastation of war on the societies that are affected, and families and individuals and villages. We have a really extraordinary panel. It's with a great honor that I'm here today to introduce them. Starting with, over here, Sean McAllister is the director of The Liberace of Baghdad, which is going to be screening tomorrow night. Tonight, that's right, it's Sunday. I'm already... Sunday at 7:30, 7:15. General Romeo Dallaire, who probably needs...
It certainly doesn't want to go in blind or deaf, and intelligence is crucial. And so I believe that in fact those who are targeted by the films, by the documentary, who particularly are shown up for weaknesses or ethical, moral errors and so on, actually do watch the movies. And I cannot put my hand in the fire and say that the individuals who are targeted actually watch it, but they do have people who are close to them, who do influence them, who do watch it purely by the fact that it's targeting or it's touching on these people, and they are friends thereof, or they are colleagues, or maybe on hire, and they consider it a duty to do that. And so whether it brings enormous influence on them is left to be seen in some of the results. But the films are the target audience, I think, of many of these documentaries actually do see, and actually are rattled, or at least conscious of the content and the perspective that it shows them up in. And so, yeah, the intelligentsia, or those who it wasn't like, let's get together, let's find them, let's bring them to the International Criminal Court, let's prosecute them if it takes 20 years, let's not throw out international conventions, and let's build on what we got. in order to ultimately build the international jurisprudence of the absolute of justice, which gives you other instruments than having to be involved in the front lines. And we didn't have that. And those are some of the weaknesses of this era. And I suppose some can coin it by a lack of statesmanship too.
Well, we have to eventually.
Hello.
Somebody has the mic. Okay.
Yes. My name is. My question is to General Romeo Dallaire. My name is Jean-Luc Kienge from the Congo. I just finished making a documentary, Freedom for Africa, on Congolese genocide. But my first question is, why is the world is not talking about the genocide?
Why is the world not talking about the genocide?
Yeah, in Congo.
In the Congo?
Yeah, after the Rwanda that's happened in 1994, the world won't talk about it.
Because black Africans don't count. Because we've moved from the colonial sort of pecking order of humanity to something even more blatant is our responses to humanity in the realm of self-interest. And so the Congo, although there's resources, there's means of getting it out without having to be involved in the human plight. And so as the media trivialized with Rwanda, in as much as because there was no depth to it before the crisis and when they arrived, they trivialized the slaughter as tribalism, and also as profiling that the Africans do that to each other all the time. They've always been doing it. The Africans have been slaughtering women and children because they learned it from the white colonial powers who used to go into villages and wipe out the village to encourage others to work harder. And when I faced some of these extremists in the savagery they were doing, and he said, how dare I question them about that? Did I forget the Holocaust? And so Africans, Africa, Sub-Saharan Africa, don't count.
But what will we do to remedy that? I mean, I agree with you.
That was my second
totally.
question.
What will we do about it? I mean, what actually, let's say we're not, you are confronting an audience of hard-headed news executives and not light-thinking documentary filmmakers. What would you tell them to do about it? They'll say, nobody's interested, nobody watches it. So what would you say to them?
Well, and it's the response I gave yesterday to the CNN about them into the future. Because of the communication instrument that's been created, is that they're not talking or communicating with peoples, or particularly certain peoples. They are actually talking to humanity and reflecting what's going on in humanity. And as such, they must be able to sustain more than one catastrophe and more than one event and more than
so
one
in
problem.
newsrooms, I mean, I'm not saying it cynically, but in newsrooms, you need slogans that you need to put a slogan up. You are talking to humanity in the CNN newsroom.
That's right.
Now, in the Fox newsroom, their whole aim is not to talk to humanity at all. I mean, that is actually should be the motto of Fox would be: we don't talk to humanity. We tell lies. That's basically what they're not doing. So what was that?
In fact, as I had the opportunity halfway in the interview, I'm afraid, because I was arguing more on the UN side, but essentially by telling them to their face that they're liars.
Did you use that footage?
No, because I know they were falling a bit off the camera when I was talking. But we are now not talking about nations, and we're not just talking about self-interest, and we're not talking anymore about our boundaries and so on. We are now, because of the globalism and the instruments that are available, we are now humanity. The question is, just like the astronauts who see no borders on the globe, we are now in an era where the advancement of NGOs and the advancement of human rights are now a mainstream and must be pursued as a mainstream and argued as a mainstream, and not the purview of the left or the liberals and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but there are loads of people down in Washington who hate this view. There are a great many people in the world who think this is a cowardly, futile view, and that the only source of influence in the world resides in the awesome exercise of national power as documented, and how do you convince these
And
people?
national power, nationalism, and sovereignty are one of the greatest instruments of division of humanity. And in my opinion, sovereignty is a passé concept. And you can even start arguing the nation-state concept and so on when you're looking at humanity and looking at how humanity is being treated and our knowledge of it, and current knowledge of it. I believe that self-interest can be treated. I believe that in 2 centuries, maybe only 2 centuries, we will not have conflict because of our differences, because of our concept of humanity and human rights. And I believe, just like how do you eat a 1-ton marshmallow, is you eat it one bite at a time, and one day it'll be eaten, and one day we will attrit those who are dominated by self-interest. But millions will die, millions more will suffer on the route to achieving it.
Yeah, but my last request I was going to ask to General Romeo Dallaire, because I watched a little bit part of your documentary in Canada. Can you help me bring awareness to the Congolese genocide to the world?
And when we were called by the American coalition to go into Afghanistan, we were also called by the UN to send troops into the Congo. 2,000 Canadian troops in Afghanistan is nothing but a niche. And it's playing to a grander strategy of, yes, a security envelope that we must participate. But 2,000 Canadian troops could be the backbone of a UN force that, as we are trying to handle Afghanistan, we have not omitted the genocide and the slaughter in the Congo, in Burundi, in Darfur, and others that are preparing. And so middle powers and those of the developed nations must be far more involved in offering other options and permitting the rest of humanity to also see their plight be resolved. And right now, the only instrument that exists that has the impartiality and the transparency and the purview of that is not the world power, but is the UN. And reform of the UN is not by making more people permanent members or taking away the veto. It's by engaging the world and world powers and middle powers into resolution of humanity and not on the dominance of self-interest.
I have a question. What is the relationship between the dramatic presentation?
I think Sundance was very good. The Sundance Film Festival was very good, especially it helped me to realize that I'm on the right direction. And also, I made this documentary on the genocide in Congo, and a lot of people are interested by that. So that's really make me feel good, like, oh boy, I didn't just waste my time. So I hope by the time I'm 35, I will be able to sell at least one product and get respect and recognition from family, friends, and also the industry. Because we've been there for many years, but you don't sell, you don't make money on movies or music. No one is gonna take you seriously. So Sundance was good. I wish the 4 years I spent in Los Angeles, I could probably be going at least once to that film festival. It could be an open eye experience that could push me to the next level, but I don't even know what I was doing in Los Angeles.